Hey, it's Cheyenne. I am currently editing this episode, and I wanted to take a brief moment to say that we are absolutely devastated by what is happening in Los Angeles. Jimmie and Emily are safe. I am currently in Maryland, so I am safe. We are sending so much love to the people who have lost their homes, the people who are currently displaced, to all of the firefighters, the animals. We are just really heartbroken. I'm going to leave some links to resources and also links to donate to help out. And if you can, that would be great. If you can't, a share would be just as helpful. Hope you enjoy this episode and it can bring you some happiness.
Not have an SD card. Rip.
Tragic. Welcome to episode 1 of the Hag Podcast. We are Hag Productions, and we own a production company. My name is Cheyenne Puga.
My name is Jimmie Waites.
And I'm Eliette.
And this is the Hag Podcast.
The last thing we're going to do is share our favorite Hag memories.
Well, mine is the weekend of the 72-hour and 48-hour film festival, having our campfire outside. And we sang and danced and blasted music the whole night after we wrapped filming.
We did. It was so much fun.
Oh,
Yeah.
And wait, can I say about the proof of concept? Getting in the water. It was really cold, but you warmed up and it was fun.
It was not fun. I think my favorite memory is probably the Thanks for Coming wrap party. Me and Cheyenne finished the edit 4 or 5 a.m. the night before the wrap party. Went to bed for a couple hours, and then we woke up and we had to create all of the things that we were going to show. So we made the blooper reel. We did like a fun what is it called? Superlatives, and we made the slides for that. And I remember just absolute chaos for 24 hours straight. And then I remember being at the wrap party and watching something that we had done that I didn't think was possible. And I think that really assured me that this is what I want, and these are the people that I want to do this with. Yeah, that's probably my favorite memory in Hag, is the Thanks for Coming wrap party. It was pure chaos that turned into an absolutely amazing day.
But one moment that really sticks out for me is when we wrapped Thanks for Coming.
Oh God, yes.
I like the sense of accomplishment and pride for everyone who worked with us and myself. It was the best feeling in the world.
Indescribable, truly.
I could cry talking about it right now, but
Me too. I mean, we did cry.
Yeah, when I gave my little speech and was like, that's a wrap on Thanks for Coming, that feeling was just overwhelming happiness. Welcome to episode 2.
I finally got my California registration today,
Wow.
10 minutes ago.
They did share the clips of Cynthia and Ariana finding out that they got the roles, which was just
Crying.
so inspiring, so magical. And if you're an actor or a director and you know that feeling, maybe not to that scale.
Yeah.
I mean,
when you get the email or you get the call that you got a role, it's so exciting. This is episode 3.
Well, I mean, I went back to Colorado for a week. It was the first time in 3 months that I didn't wake up every morning with overwhelming anxiety.
And Alex, my husband, was like, I think a cow is giving birth. And then
how did he know?
Carroll County things. Already having set nightmares about Against Us. Already.
Not already.
Totally unprepared, chaos, no time. It's just horrible.
Listen, I love a ThinkPad, okay? But I need to update my hardware.
And we probably ruined your computer when we edited Thanks for Coming on it. So Joker 2. Wicked comes out.
Oh,
Joker 2 comes out October 4th.
I cannot wait.
her and Joaquin.
Oh, I love him. Oh my
Oh my
god.
god, same. Yeah, I did the Joker for class for I don't even know what, 8 months. I took clown classes and all. Did it all. Yeah. It was very it gave me a deep appreciation for actors that can jump in and do that level of commitment to a script that is so dark.
I just remember the last few months in that studio, I literally left in tears every night. Like my drive home, I just cried the entire way because it was so toxic and so terrible.
So he looked at me one class and he said, "You know why I call you the girl next door?" And I was like, "No, like, do you think it's because I'm like quirky and it was just like listing off qualities of what the girl next door was." And he was like, "Well, he called me I can't remember. He called me the pretty girl's friend." He was like, "You're not the lead. You're the thing under it. You can't be this. You're under it. That's why you're the girl next door." He was like, "You're not pretty enough to be this, but you can be this." And I was appalled.
Welcome back to the Hags Podcast, episode 4.
Emily,
I guess
you're
me?
singing all over the TikTok.
Oh, we're starting with that.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's really good.
But it's interesting to watch you go through the same exact feelings as I did and as a lot of people do.
Yeah, but it's still weird and different and getting used to, and it finally hit me. And now I'm an emotional wreck. I'm excited to be 30. Everyone says it's great.
Don't say 30. I'm almost 30. I have a year and a half.
That's one of the good parts about getting older. You don't give a f***.
You don't. No.
I know.
That's why I roasted the hell out of everybody on my stand-up. I was like, roast. I could write a book. And every page could be dedicated to something that makes me nervous.
I've wanted to be an actor and a filmmaker my entire life.
You came out of the womb.
I love storytelling. I think movies and television are extremely powerful, and not to be dramatic, but I think they can change people's lives. This is how I'm supposed to change people's lives. This is how I'm supposed to make people's lives better.
My acting story is not that interesting. I started when I was 25, but basically my whole life I've been a performer. Whenever I was a kid, I auditioned for Snow White. I think I was 10 or 11, and the people, I walked up to do my monologue, and they told me no because I was a chubbier kid, and they, yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to bleep that?
And they told me to audition for the dwarf. And I was so like embarrassed and nervous. And I was like, this is not what I prepped. Like, I'm scared. And then I ended up just not doing it. And yeah. So like when I'm performing, I understand who I am better. It just didn't really feel feasible until I got older and I was on both my feet and looked at it in a more practical approach, which is when I started pursuing it at 25, the ripe age of 25. I felt bygone. I felt so old, and that's crazy.
So what you're saying is you weren't delusional as a child like I was.
Yeah.
Okay, but look what delusion gets you. Delusion gets you far.
The summer before 7th grade, and I was just sitting there. So also I was very obsessed with dolls as a kid. So this is why I might seem weird when I say that I was still playing with Barbie dolls when I was like 12, or no, wait, I was 11 when I was 11. That's better. But I was very obsessed with dolls and like make believe and everything, and like baby dolls, Barbie dolls, like that was my thing. So I was sitting there one day playing with my Barbie dolls, and I just had this random doomful thought or something. I was like, I need to figure out what I'm going to do with my life. And then I realized throughout my whole life and in all of my little make-believe games, playing family, playing with my Barbie dolls, I was like, my character was always the star. My character was always like on stage performing or like on camera acting and doing stuff. So I was like, that's it. I'm going to be an actress.
Welcome back to episode 5 of the Hags Podcast. Our interview came out today.
Literally very exciting. Very exciting.
We're working our asses off, like between at the podcast, our jobs, and just trying to make it all happen. It's a lot, man, but it's worth it. Our crowdfunding campaign for our feature film is quickly approaching.
The first time I was ever on set, I was 15 years old, and I had auditioned for this film, and in the audition, all I did was like, I just had to like react to like a kite flying over. Like it was super simple. I was like a child. Like it was all lighthearted. And then my teacher at the time happened to know the director of the film. And he put in a good word for me, which I did not deserve a good word because I was very bad at acting. In the audition, it was just, lighthearted. And then I got there and it was that I had to react to a dead body, which I was a green actor. I was new. I didn't have the emotional life or know how to tap into that or be real. So we probably did the take about 10, it felt like 20 times.
I did a short film in Memphis. I had a phone call scene. Okay. Actors out there, new actors, phone call scenes are hard. And when I got on set, it was literally just me and the director. Nobody else was there. And I was shaking in my boots. I did so terrible. He kept trying to give me notes. I couldn't take the notes because I had never acted, but it was fun. Memphis was fun. And yeah, that was my first time on a set.
So I had an agent when I was in high school here in Maryland, and my first job was on a Nike commercial.
What?
I think I was 16. Maybe 17. No, I was 16. Actually, I have no idea how old I was, 16 or 17. And I drove myself down to DC in my Honda Civic.
Without a parent?
Gosh.
Without a parent.
How'd they let you on set?
I forged my mom's signature.
Nice.
No one cared.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Hopefully Gigi's not watching this. It's been 12 years. We can move on. Welcome back to episode 6 of the Hags Podcast. And today we have 2 very special guests. We have Bailey McConnell.
Hello.
You've heard about her in previous episodes. And my husband, Alex Chouse. You've also heard about him in previous episodes. And they are the writers of our feature film, Against Us.
I was just surprised that you guys were so open to just kind of letting me hop on, but also just like equally glad that I just got the opportunity, I guess, just because, I don't know, it just felt right, something like the universe kind of let it happen.
Yeah, that was one of the more fun parts for me because I just went back into weird ancient texts and read up stuff about Nephilim and just weird, even H.P. Lovecraft I like a lot, so I read H.P. Lovecraft, and I started adding some like cosmic horror aspects just to it's not the forefront of the script, but I kind of wanted to just keep it like an underlying aspect of the horror being something that can't be understood, so you don't want to show it fully or fully explain it, and just kind of leaving a little bit open-ended for the viewer to then kind of chew on.
Welcome back to episode 7 of the Hags Podcast. Almost to double digits. Wow.
And he showed us a secret entry into the park that goes straight to the observatory. And we went up there and watched the sunset over the mountain.
Daisy has poked her head in.
Daisy, hi girly.
Oh my god. She jumped on the Filmmakers, when they find their people,
oh gosh,
they stick with them throughout all of their career.
It is very important to, 1, love the people you're working with, and 1 or 2, love this story. However, when you have the story ready, finalized, written, you need to go back with through the producer's lens and cut out anything that is not necessary to maximize the budget. What is it called? Get rid of the babies? What is it
Killing
called?
babies.
Baby killers.
Yeah.
Baby killers.
Welcome back to episode 8 of the Hags Podcast. Today, we have a very special guest. He is an actor, an athlete, an acting coach, and he's been so supportive of us. He has over 100 acting credits from Succession, Halloween Ends, Dynasty, Florida Man, and Outer Banks. He is Tony DeMille, and he is here with us today, and we're so grateful.
I'm teaching actors not to need me. Otherwise, I'm not a good teacher.
Welcome back to episode 9 of the Hags Podcast, and we have another very special guest this week. He has supported us so much throughout our journey.
Oh gosh, yes.
It is such an honor to have him. He is Bill Schweikart. He is a director of photography. You can see a lot of his work on the Outdoor Channel, and he's done countless films.
Countless films. Hello, thank you for having me. I had other DPs show up on set to try to get my job.
Oh my gosh. Really?
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Welcome back to the Hags Podcast. Oh my gosh. It is episode 10, and we just shared our first clip edit for our crowdfunding campaign for the feature film Against Us. We literally just posted it, so we're feeling hyped up.
I'm fully washed out. I'm really trying with my lighting, but my webcam is horrible.
That I had to yank my shoe off on 695 right outside of DC.
Oh my!
It was terrifying, and my foot was, I couldn't leave my shoe on because like I would have cut off the circulation. All that to say, Jimmie, you were right.
I know.
What happened?
I peed my pants.
Oh, literally?
No, literally.
In my defense, I didn't know there was I thought it was one of those phones that like are blank on the backside and they sit in the little cradle thing, you know, the base. And I thought that it was like obviously screen side with buttons goes to your ear because I'm Gen Z, and I was brutally wrong. And he brought it up for the rest of the class, and I'll be made fun of it for the rest of my life.
We have to push our feature film to next year.
Yeah.
Welcome back to episode 12 of the Hags Podcast. We have another very special guest today. Very exciting. Jimmie, why don't you go ahead and introduce him?
This is Siddhartha Malia.
Hi.
I'm going to read off the roster. He is an actor, a model, an acting teacher, a filmmaker, and then I got some of the stuff online, so if you can debunk if I'm wrong. Team director, an author, #1 national best-selling children's book, field hockey player, content creator, and supporter of ours. So let's welcome Sid.
Yes.
Hi. Don't ever put yourself in a situation where your own happiness is getting ruined in the middle of this because it's not worth it.
Hello, and welcome back to the Hags Podcast. This is episode 12.
I did a fight choreography class last week.
Hit her in the head. Oh, she rolled all the way.
My aura is indigo. Okay? She said October will be a month where all of the things that I've worked towards during the year will come to fruition in October.
And do you want to tell the audience what's happening in October?
We are dropping our crowdfunding campaign, and she didn't even know. Okay.
I had an epiphany last week where I just felt very secure in myself and what I stand for and what I'm doing. And I think a lot of it has to do, for me, is just setting myself up for success.
The reason why that's important for us is because Daniel Schweinart, who is one of the co-writers and the co-directors of that movie, he came from Sidewalk, which is in Birmingham, Alabama. And I remember that feeling never felt tangible until we were all there together watching it in that room. And it was like that guy on the screen going up there, taking his award, who made the movie was incredible. It was so creative. I was like, he came from here and we're here. So like that is tangible.
Welcome back to the Hags Podcast, episode 13.
Everything had been building up in my body and I was like, I'm gonna go get In-N-Out. A double, animal style, animal fry, Diet Coke, crushed. Okay. I got it and I drove up to the mountain that I always run at. I parked my car and then I felt weird because there were people on the playground. So I turned my car off and I was eating in my hot, dark car, crying, eating In-N-Out.
I had that last week I can do it with a broken heart.
Are you crying?
Oh yeah. I was
Where?
on the floor in my shower.
Because when we started developing this feature film, it was really just an internal project that we were planning to crowdfund for and then make. Like simply like write the script, develop it, crowdfund, pre-production, production, post. But it is turned into much more because we didn't realize all of the opportunities that were at our disposal.
Yeah.
What happened with Thanks for Coming is kind of happening with this, just at the next scale.
That's very true. That's very true. Because Thanks for Coming, and I know we talked about this in our, one of the first couple episodes, but like it was supposed to be a little short film for our demo reel. And then it turned into this like crowd project or communal project for Huntsville.
If we were still all in Alabama, I don't think any of this would be happening.
Not a chance.
No, not at all. We wouldn't have met. All the opportunities we have right now are because we moved to LA and because we've put ourselves out there, because we've gone to parties. If we were still in Alabama, none of these people we've met, none of these people that we hang out with every week would know that we exist, and they would not be giving us opportunities.
Each meeting is potential for something in the future. And even just getting in with a distributor now and being like, they're willing to look at our screener is a huge thing.
It's
and
a
we actually
huge thing. Yeah.
We've been also meeting with other producers who, have been doing this for a long time, who have been so insightful to us, which is amazing.
Yeah.
And we will be doing that in the future as a give back.
Oh, are you kidding? Everything I'm learning and all of the steps that we're taking, once we get to where we want to be, we will also be helping people in our positions, because that's how you get anywhere in this industry, is through collaboration and through relationships and through helping other people.
Welcome back to episode 14 of the Hags Podcast. It's been a while. I am recovering from the flu, and today's like the first day I came back to life. So like for the past 2 weeks almost, I've just not been in my home, or I've been sick. I guess I can say not much, but 2 weeks ago I was filming a movie, and then I came back.
Wait, can I say one thing about the movie? This is a decent, good-sized movie that is being cast by one of the biggest casting directors. They're like of the top casting directors in the Southeast, and they personally called Cheyenne and said this role would be perfect for you. And she got the role.
I'm very grateful, very proud. It was a lovely experience. Good stuff there. After I was done filming, I came to Maryland for my nephew's 16th birthday and his football game. And then the next morning, I flew across the country to Los Angeles, and we worked and worked. We'll get into that later. And then I flew back Wednesday of the next week, and then I immediately woke up with the flu.
Basically, he's the director of development at a bigger production company, distribution company. And he wanted to be a guide / mentor for us. So like we met with him and he gave us like great advice on what we should do as a company, what we should do with the project that we're currently working on, and spent 45 minutes just giving us insight on where the industry is and what their company is doing to position themselves in this ever-changing industry. It was very kind, and it's hard in the city to find people that can support and lift you up. And I just feel like we've gotten really lucky with a lot of the filmmakers that we've met here that have offered us like a hand and given us all the resources that they were given and passing them on to us. And he did that. And the meeting was incredible.
We also learned from that meeting that the big companies like the one this person works for aren't investing in our type of movie, which is fine. The big companies are, however, distributing movies like ours. So that gave us a clear idea of which path we need to take. And it doesn't necessarily mean we're not going to keep reaching out to the bigger companies, but we can put a realistic game plan in place and know what to expect. Welcome back to episode 15 of the Hags Podcast. We have a very special guest on today. Jimmie and I have worked with him before. Emily knows all about him because we're all from the South, and we're all filmmakers from the South. And welcome, Cody. And
thank you.
I actually learned this the last time we were on set together, that your name is not pronounced Ottinger. It's Ottinger.
Correct. Yes.
I did not know that.
That's okay. Most people don't.
Cody is the owner and founder of Ottinger Productions.
There we go.
And
what I want to do in my life is I want to make films that make people think. I want to start a conversation. I think it was like a breakthrough.
Welcome back to the Hags Podcast. This is episode Sweet 16. We have a very special guest today. Jimmie, if you want to take it away.
Yeah, we got an actor, writer, producer, CEO, and founder of It's All Good Production, and YouTube internet sensation, Noah Barron.
Wow.
Welcome.
Sensation. What a fun word.
Sensation. I know. You got millions of views. You gotta,
I guess that's a sensation. I don't know. I wouldn't see it that way, but I'll take it.
I want to know how it was working on a Coen Brothers set with Scarlett Johansson as your opposite.
So that was my first booking in Los Angeles.
What?
Yeah.
Welcome back to episode 17 of the Hags Podcast.
2 weeks ago, maybe, I had a callback for the lead role in a horror film, and the callback was on the Warner Bros. Lot.
Yeah, so I had my first big LA audition, which is pretty exciting because I'm 8 months in to being here, and I feel really lucky to have gotten a foothold in to get this audition. But it was a series regular audition I did about a week ago, and get it or not get it, it was the first step into building a relationship with casting here. My agent really liked the audition, and we talked about it. And it was like a little bit of hope that I needed because I haven't really been auditioning this year.
I started reading a pilot. I heard this song. Yeah. I listened to the song Family Feud by Phineas for the first time because he has an album out, and it really just inspired me, and I just started.
YouTube is planning the major revamp of the site and the app to be competitive with other streaming services like Netflix, HBO, Disney. YouTube accounted for 10.6% of viewing on connected TV devices in August, compared to 7.9% of Netflix and 3.1% of Prime Video. That's crazy. They're revamping a lot of their own original content, which could be investment into like creators to make indie films, like indie shorts, and just different types of content for the app, which is really exciting because if you look at that and then you look at how the Joker 2 did in the box office, it did terrible. It was like, let me read this. It said it only earned $39 million in the box office, and it was less than half of what it grossed in 2019.
Welcome back to episode 18 of the Hags Podcast. Right? Ooh. 18. We are in costume, and we haven't told each other what we're dressing up as, so we're going to do a reveal, and it's going to be fun. Should we do it?
Yeah, hold on.
You guys ready?
Wait. Water.
Water?
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay, ready?
3, 2, 1.
I almost did Beetlejuice.
That would have been so funny.
That was good as.
Welcome back to episode 19 of the Hags Podcast.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. I will be going to Italy within 24 hours.
I had an ADR session today.
Ooh. With what?
But it is the one that I shot more recently.
Okay. Got it. I know.
We're going to rewatch and react. This was the first short film we all did together. It is what gave birth to Hag Productions. It changed all of our lives. And
dude, it literally changed our lives. It changed our lives. I think it's a huge reason why we are where we are right now. Like, it just really, it changed our lives. It put us in a place that we never expected. I just remember being on the back porch and then us coming up and deciding to, do a short film. And I thought everybody was cuckoo bananas crazy. I was like, this is not going to happen, but I'm going to go with the flow, and I'm going to be, I'm not going to be negative Nancy, and I'm going to just be there in solidarity with this crazy idea. And it worked, and we did it. And I remember being on set the first day, like, holy shit, this is a legit crew, a legit production, a legit film with some badass people by my side. And I was like, how did we raise the money? How are we doing this? And it just is like, you need moments like that in your filmmaking, acting, creative journey in this industry to just prove to yourself that, like, nobody's going to create these opportunities for yourself except you.
Welcome back to episode 20 of the Hags Podcast.
20!
We're going to rewatch one of our film race short films.
It's essentially the proof of concept for our feature.
And so for this, we had to have a landmark, an Alabama landmark. We got time travel. And what was the other one?
We had to say the line.
I wish you would have told me sooner.
Yes. We were all kind of like, when we got time travel.
Girl, mama, I didn't know what to think.
I had this idea. I was the one so Jimmie and Emily edited the 72-hour one, and I was editing the 48-hour one. But I was like, trust me, guys, I have the edit in my head. This is going to work. And the only person who fully believed in it was Emily. Everyone thought I was crazy.
I believed in it. I just didn't know what it was.
This is what our feature film is based on. It's how the story originally came to be.
It's its villain origin story.
It is.
Oh.
It sure
The
is.
real villain origin story is where the name came from, but can't say that.
True.
I will one day. I've got receipts, and I will.
I feel like when the feature film gets distribution and is out, we might drop some tea in some interviews.
Mad lore.
It will be dropped.
2025. Move over. Okay.
Welcome back to episode 21.
Have y'all heard
Please do.
the song called Because I Got High?
Because I got high. No, what is it?
You literally sang it in the right key.
Well, that's
because that's an actual song.
What?
Oh my God.
A parody of the
Because
I didn't want to clean my room
room
because I got high.
Tu espera que hable con tu cuando no me ame, tu espera que hable con tu cuando mi insulta si trata de dejarme atrás. Le pegaron me lleva a este lugar porque no puedo llevarme a este lugar.
You said that so fast.
Exactly.
But we took a turn because the trip was amazing and it was such a good getaway. And guys, I didn't want to leave. So while I was over there, I dated around. No, I dated one person. But
yeah, around.
And I think I'm going to spend my 30th in Italy. Go back.
Whoa.
I know. I think I
Whoa.
want to.
What inspires you?
Death.
Death. You just like want to get things done before you
You're
die.
like stoic where you're like, I'm going to die. So I might as well tap
Literally.
in. That's like a whole philosophy.
Who gives a fuck? I'll do whatever I want.
I have so many things. Like it's
Name
not
some.
just
You don't have to pick one.
one. Okay, well, my friends. I feel like I've like really curated a bunch of very like hardworking, talented people in my inner circle. I'm also really inspired by my mom and my grandmother. I was raised by women, and my mom she was single my whole life, and she was a single mom. She like showed me resiliency and like how to be scrappy and how to like stick up for yourself and prioritize yourself and not, like a partner.
I'll say two things. So the first thing that inspires me is my future children. And then the second thing that inspires me a lot is kind of similar to yours, Jimmie, with the friends, but like seeing anyone's dream come true.
Yes.
Like I can just feel it for them, and it makes me so happy. I don't know about you, but I am feeling 22. I was in a movie on Lifetime called You Better Watch Out, and you can go stream it now. It premiered last Thursday.
And she crushed.
Thank you. Go watch. The Eras tour is over.
I know. End of a decade.
This is also the very last week of our regular acting classes at our studio that I've gone to for 3 years now, and Jimmie's gone to for 4. So it's very sad.
What has been your biggest takeaway or lesson this year?
I like when things happen that I can get through it. And I know that sounds very simple, but living at home and then being in college, and then, I mean, Taiwan was different because I was like with a program and there was still like structure around me. But I don't have that now. So it's like knowing that, whatever is thrown at me and whatever obstacles I'm dealing with, I'm gonna get through it, and I'm gonna be okay. And I work hard and I'm competent, and I just like kind of needed to remind myself of that and prove to myself that like things are gonna work out, and I'm gonna pick myself back up, and I'm gonna be okay.
It's been very, very chaotic, and I feel like I've spent the majority of the year decently discouraged and depressed, but we've made it. And I think probably like my biggest life lesson for this year has been to just do it. Like literally with anything, just start, just go, just do it. Like don't keep pushing things off, because like I feel like with LA I was always waiting till the safest moment to move, like until I have money, until I have a remote job, like until I have reps out there, until I have like a place already lined up for me to go. And then I like hit a point last year in December where I was like, I literally cannot wait anymore. I need to go out and I need to start my life literally on unemployment without a job, a okay amount of money in my account, but not enough to get me through a long time. And I literally just went and did it. And like I didn't tell any of my family till literally 2 weeks before I moved, and they were all like, you don't even have a job. And I was like, I know, because I just gotta go do it. And it's turned into like, I'm so happy and so thankful to be living here despite all the shit I talk about being stressed and it being chaotic and crazy and discouraging and depressing. But I just love where I live so much, and I'm very happy here for the most part. So that's like one of my biggest lessons, just to go do it.
Never lose your sense of play and like childlike tendencies. Like just have fun. I see so many adults and they're just miserable.
Dude, I know.
I don't know. I like found my confidence this year, refound my confidence this year, especially in terms of career. I was a confident actor. I'm an even more confident actor now, and I'm very confident in Hag. And I just know that I can do it.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing it.
Yep.
My point is, people tended to look down or like not see what I was doing is real for whatever reason. And I just don't tolerate that anymore.
I don't think we would be able to do like launch a campaign, do a movie, do all of the things we're doing next year if we didn't have this year. Like we needed this year to grow and to prove to ourselves that we can do it. Yeah, I think I feel a lot more comfortable like being online and talking to other people. And I used to have a really difficult time, which is probably why like I had a problem with alcohol, is like was just like free flow talking to people. Like I was a really good listener, and I mean I could pretty much talk to anybody and have a conversation with anybody, but it was really hard for me to like fully articulate everything in my head and be honest about everything in my that I was thinking. And I feel like this year I've really worked through that. Growth is not supposed to be comfortable. Life is not supposed to be comfortable. And like that's how you get to where you want to go in life. And then we started 2023 with Babylon, all of us, at the Sage Grill.
So many amazing
such
memories.
Big dreams at that hotel bar.
We did, and we're doing it.
And we're doing it, yeah.
Welcome back to the Hags Podcast, Christmas edition, holiday edition, whatever you celebrate edition.
Oh, come on, inclusive.
This is episode 23. I have so much work to do. Everyone does.
It's crazy. It's
What?
crazy.
We just licked her eyebrow.
I'm trying to get them straight. I didn't do them, and they were going a little rogue. Guys, I'm in the middle. I get up and stare at myself.
I want to go first. Sorry, I'm very excited.
You go first.
We signed a lease.
Let's go. Let's hear it for
Security
New
deposit
York.
is down. We're moving February 8th.
February 8th. We left February 9th.
Did we?
Yes.
Whoa.
Almost a year directly after.
I'm like equally sad. I don't know why, but also equally excited. Not sad.
For her?
Not sad's a bad word. Sad's a bad word. It's like emotional.
Nostalgic.
Oh.
And
Nostalgic, yes.
we're all entering
the
you all have already entered the next chapter, but we are entering the next chapter.
I know.
And
Hags fully bi-coastal. But this is almost like a diary for us, like a digital diary. And like we're putting in all the effort that we can, but like our main focus is always going to be filmmaking. And like next year it's all about Against Us and making content. So this is just like a little bit of this is like fun, you know?
It is.
We shot a whole commercial with an Olympic boxer. Very cool. Not the tea sip. It was fun. Thursday, I sang for my first time in front of people.
I cried I haven't cried like that. Like I was sobbing. And you know how when you cry so hard you lose control of your face?
Mm-hmm.
My face was contorting in ways, and I was like sobbing.
I just pictured it.
And I know. And then I was like, this is actually crazy. I'm in a room with people. I need to reel it in.
Sitting directly in front of Anthony.
I was literally sobbing. It is like, he was like, we're closing this so we can be here. Like we can produce our own content. I can private coach one-on-one. Like I need to take that next step, and I'm not going to do that, by continuing the studio. And it was just
That's
devastating.
Beautiful. A Christmas filmmaking tale. Get ready for a dramatic and festive holiday story featuring Cheyenne, Jimmie, and Emily 3 rising stars in the world of acting and filmmaking. They're gearing up for their big feature film Against Us, but this Christmas, things are about to get snazzy.
Oh, there we go.
On a cold, ugly December evening, Cheyenne, Jimmie, and Emily gathered in their studio, which was glowing with twinkling Barbies and the scent of deviled eggs with dill relish in the air.
As it should be.
They were preparing for a special holiday episode of their podcast, but their minds were fixed on Against Us, their biggest project yet. Suddenly, there was a disgusting knock at the door. Jimmie, holding a mug of hot toddy, opened it to reveal a mysterious car wrapped in festive paper. Who could have said this? She wondered aloud. Emily, ever the skeptic, grabbed the busted package and said, "This smells like castles."
Oh.
Inside was a glittering rolling chair with a note that read, "To succeed, you must complete a holiday mission. Save Christmas." Cheyenne gasped. "It's like the plot of Against Us, but with more horses." Their mission took them through a snow-covered forest, past 34 singing reindeer, and into Santa's Galindified workshop.
Oh.
There, they had to outwit a Marco Rubio by acting out.
We lost.
By acting out a horror scene from their script. With Jimmie's quick thinking, Emily's bitch-ass monologue, and Cheyenne's expert use of a Santa sleigh, they saved the day.
Yeah, we did. Couldn't see it coming.
Whew. When they returned to the studio, they found their stockings stuffed with deer, a glowing script revision, and a note from Santa himself. "You've proven that the magic of storytelling can save even the most beautiful of days. Merry Christmas and good luck with Against Us."
Good luck? Not some money?
Nah, Santa can't be giving us that. He gives us his wishes.
No. Yeah.
Ugh.
And a little Christmas magic. What's your number one piece of advice for anyone wanting to make their first indie film or creative project in the new year? Over-prepare.
Yep.
Think of every scenario that could happen on set or in post-production, pre-production, all of it, and plan ahead. Feed your crew. Feed your cast. Plan every single shot. Schedule every single shot.
And I just feel like you need to cut out all the noise, because if this is a project you're like wanting to sink your teeth into, it needs to feel intrinsically like, this is what I want to put out in the world, this is what I feel in my bones, and that's how you are going to finish your thing.
To just start and don't wait until everything's perfect for it, because that perfect moment in art will never come.
You will figure it out. There's so many things, and like when you read about filmmaking and you're learning about it, it just seems like there's so many different layers and things you need to do, but you'll figure it out.
Yep.
You will. Thank you so much for all of you for coming on this journey with us this year. We're new to podcasting. We're 6 months in. And we really appreciate all the feedback and all the support you've given us, because we've been wanting to do this for so long.
Everyone like watching or listening to an episode and then reaching out and then giving us like your sentiment. Like we live for that. We love to hear that. And yeah, this is like an external place for us to talk about our lives and what we're doing with Hag as we're growing. And just 6-7 months ago, we were listening to what we were like, where we were at. And it's just like, oh, we've had so much growth. And it's really cool to see that.
You all fucking did it. You should be so proud of yourselves. Seriously. You moved across the country, started over, have built so much already, and you haven't even been there a full year.
Thank you.
It's huge.
Yeah, it is huge. And guess what? You're next. The 18th is when we wrapped Thanks for Coming 2 years ago.
And that's today.
Yeah, today. So.
And you all live in Los Angeles. I'm about to move to New York.
I know.
I've booked stuff. You have a giant manager, like Emily's booking. She's producing commercials. Everyone's doing so much. And I'm just so proud of all of us.
Same.
We're kicking ass.
We're kicking ass.
In 2025,
I almost said
watch out for us.
I almost said we'd be eating ass, but as soon as that came out of my mouth, I was like, wait, that's inappropriate.
And we're still just getting started.
We're just getting started, people.